Dr. Lisa.
Hey.
I am Dean Kathy, and we are Bestie Finder. And we're besties. We're biz besties, and we are just coming to you guys live because we want you guys to understand why, discovering your gifts and why Bestie Finder, first of all, is so important, right? And why it's so important to match up with the right person that you in life, what you're doing business, who you're doing business with, who you're working with, how to make those that time spent more enjoyable. Joy, all right, how to make them more enjoyable. And even your relationships, your marriages, your siblings, your kids. So today we just decided, and so it's so funny, man. We figure it out. We figure it out on how to make our gifts work because we know that they can, and we know that they work really well together. Right, Dr. Lisa? Or do you have something to say on that before we jump right into it?
Let's get to work.
All right, let's get to it. See, that's them teachers, y'all. It's those exhorters that'll give y'all the poop. Let's go. The cheer in the beginning. All right. So, Dr. Lisa.
Yes.
We were gonna talk to me why I put on the tag. She never know what I'm gonna put on there, guys. I said, why you hate your job? What'd you say?
There are lots of reasons to hate your job.
Okay. So give us one or two or a few or whatever you want to do.
Well, you could be doing the wrong thing. You could have taken your parents' insistent advice to just give it a try, and now you can't leave.
Hello.
Or you came into a position and you were promoted out of what you wanted to do. That happens a lot to servers, as you said.
Yeah, that's good.
It is possible to get promoted out of what you want to be doing.
Hello. That has like an oxymoron. That's like an oxymoron to get promoted into something that out of something that you really want to be doing.
I think people don't think about it as that. They just see the opportunity and then just go for it.
Right. But not only the opportunity. So to a server, so somebody like that, because most servers do get promoted out of what they rather be doing into what the other person want them to be doing, right? And so the server don't want to be up here. They don't want to be telling people, they don't want to lead people. They don't want to head up a project. They don't want to head up a department. But because that boss saw them as competent, somebody who's always on point, on time, because those doggone servers are, they're excellent in what they do. They're going to do everything in excellence. And if you're not going to do it right, get out of the way. Okay. And so they set up, break down, start on time, end on time. They keep the person on point. Oh, Susie was really good. This is her for the whole 6 months, 12 months. Let's give her a promotion. Susie, on the other hand, is excited because that makes her feel appreciated. You see what I'm saying? So even though now they may see it as an opportunity, she really doesn't want to, but she hates to say no because most servers hate to say no. So she go on and take the position because she don't want to hurt that supervisor's feelings. All right. And move into a place that she never wanted to be. Does that make sense?
It does to career ladder minded folks. And because we're generally taught that you're supposed to move up, you're supposed to make more money, you're supposed to be, the sign of success is being given a higher title. So folks are looked down on if they don't want to go higher. And that could cause stress in, okay, well, I like my job, but am I not wanting to move up? Does that mean I'm inferior? Does it mean that I am, incompetent, or I don't want to advance? Because it's going to come out.
That's true.
Particularly when your parents are successful in the traditional sense.
Girl, that is so true. That is so true. So does that make me look like a failure? You know what I'm saying? Would people not think I'm who I say I am? Would they not think I'm as great because if I stay behind, not even
Mhm.
behind, but just doing what you love to do, right?
Exactly. And let me tell you, parents can be so proud of their kids that they get into the parent competition over who's doing what. And oh,
Right.
my kids are doing X and my grandkids are doing Y. And all of a sudden now they're one-upping each other, and the child or adult child in this case
Mm-hmm.
has to get that, like, oh, well, so and so's son is a doctor, and such and so is just moved up to the head of surgery, and meanwhile uh the person is happy either in hospital administration or the billing department or wherever they are. They're
Right.
chilling and they're
Look,
doing well.
that's funny that you say that. They doing well because, girl. So it was a scenario that I ran across, and this young guy, his parents, he had older brothers that were doctors and lawyers. Okay, a
Mm-hmm.
doctor and a lawyer. So now his parents thinking like, okay, it's your turn. He wants to be a
Exactly.
carpenter. He wants to build stuff. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to build houses. And they made him feel like that was not, you know, up to par to what they feel like ought to be happening in his life now. All right. But they set him up in school. Do you know what he did? He was like, it just bothered him so much that he dropped out of school. He wouldn't even go. He said, like, y'all save your money because I'm not gonna do well doing what you want me to do. And he make just as much money as the brothers do too now, just from becoming a builder. And of course, he was good with this money. And so now he's doing something that he loved, and happily married and traveling all over the world. Got kids. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that didn't follow what his parents and his brothers, his siblings, did.
It does take a lot of mental fortitude to be able to do that, though.
Yeah, I know. It does. So that tells me he had some other strong gifts going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That for him to be able to do that, because if he was server compassion, that compassion probably would have took over and just felt bad, because servers feel bad anyway. But sometimes they can push past if they have stronger gifts like the teacher gift or administrative gift or perceiver. That thing gonna bother them to no end, and they won't be able to do it because it'll just get on their nerves so bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And until but so he had to have one of those other stronger gifts to push past what his parents wanted, and he understood that as a college student. So that's one thing. And another reason why then that was good about parents, Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa. Another one is the reason why you could be just hating your job. I mean, it comes back to, I guess this all kind of ties together, is thinking that, well, it's a way to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's the way, I gave you the example of this lady, and I was telling Stefan this morning that this lady's parents told her, you to make money, if you want to be successful and to make money, you need to be not a doctor. She didn't even say a doctor, a mortician, a teacher, and a preacher. Those were her top three choices. So she chose teacher, and she stayed in it for her whole career. And she said she hated every second of it. That's following her parents' advice that they gave her. And so I call them dream killers. They don't know that they are dream killers. Even along the way, if you're sharing what you want to do with somebody, and I'm gonna go to that third point, which is joyful. When you're not excited and you're frustrated every morning about getting up, going to a place that you don't want to spend 8 hours or more at, that says that you're not working in your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you're just there pretty much for the money. And you're making yourself miserable, and you're probably on your job making other folks miserable. Who knows?
Or another way that it shows up that you're not doing what you really want to be doing, procrastination.
Ooh.
I've always said that procrastination is a sign that you don't want to do what you have to do at that moment. Now, there's certainly times where I don't feel like working on a website, or I don't feel like working on automation, but I come back to that, and once I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So there's procrastination and just not feeling like working, right?
Right.
Procrastination is you see the deadline ahead of you, right? And we're not talking about compassion folks who work slow. You see the deadline, you know what you have to do, you know how to get it done. You have the materials to get your work done.
Yes.
But you are doing something else. All right. Now, it could be something else productive, or something else that you've convinced yourself is productive.
Yep.
It could be the thing that you really want to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you work in accounting and you want to be making music, then you're probably off writing a song, right? Oh, that really spoke to me, whatever.
Yeah.
And it also shows up as procrastination could look like depression. You just don't care what happens.
Wow.
So there's a lot of ways for that disconnect to show up in the office, or even if you work for yourself. You might be working for yourself doing the wrong thing too.
Wow. Girl, now that's it. That is it. So we're talking about, how these gifts show up in your workplace, or, whatever it is that you're doing. Girl, that's fantastic about that procrastination. Because sometimes it may be something that you named everything. I've been in that place. I know the deadline. I got everything I need to do, but I just don't really feel like doing it. But guess what? It's going to get done before the deadline, right? It's going to get done at least by the deadline, if not before.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, girl, that was good. I ain't gonna even take nothing else. I can't even take nothing away from that one. So procrastination shows up. If you're procrastinating, wow, that's good. That's good. I can't. Okay, that was just really good. So those are three. That's just a few areas of how it can show up that you're not working, in your gifts, and why you can possibly, be carrying on the way that Dr. Lisa just described in procrastination, even in depression. Jesus, that's good, because it'll show up because you are not working in the space that you want to be working in, or doing the thing that you want to do. And there's some ways to know that you are working in what you need to be doing, because it's naturally what you do. So it comes with ease, and one of the things that I heard somebody talk about, that it's a thing called a spirit of ease, honey, a spirit of ease. When you know
I like that spirit.
Okay, you got what you need, you're doing what you need to do, everything is flowing like milk and honey, and you are smooth sailing. I'm not saying there are no bumps, little bubbles that pop up here and there, but you know how to take care of it. You got what you need. You got, because of the fact that you're even talking about that your spirit is in a good place, like not being depressed, but being excited about seeing this thing come to pass, seeing it happen, seeing the whole team work together, all of that. So it's really something that you love doing. So when you can match up with somebody, when you can match somebody with your weaknesses of things that you don't like to do, and it can, I won't even say not weak that you can't do it, but a weakness that you don't want to do. That's just something that's not your lane. And so when you team up with somebody who does like, oh, you like doing that? Oh, okay. All right, then let's do that. Let me give you this. And you can take that, and that person is going to show up like nobody's business. The whole thing going to come together real good. So just doing what you naturally do, right? And so another one is that, what I got, nobody else. I don't know what I meant by that. I call myself
I said that you love what you do, even if nobody else understands what you do.
Yes.
And that's where the millions happen, usually.
Ooh.
Because
you said the millions?
That's where the millions happen.
Come on, baby.
Because you're in an area that you completely understand that other people need, that they don't understand. And you're in a position to help them achieve that.
Wow, that's good too. That's good. So when you can push past the need to make somebody else feel good, to please somebody, that's it. When you can push past being a people pleaser,
Mhm.
okay, not being a people pleaser. You know, some things that you know that, okay, if I do this, you can see the end result will really benefit both. I love the win-win type of situation.
Mhm.
You know, but when you're pushing and when they're pushing you to do something that's not going to benefit you at all, unless you are a contractor and you're doing this to help, you know, for them, and this is what they want, regardless of what you're saying, okay, that's something different. But I'm talking about if you're working and doing something and somebody is trying to change your mind and say, girl, that ain't it. You know, and just because they don't understand it and you can push past, that lets you know you're definitely working in your giftings, right?
Mhm.
And that's still that looks differently when somebody can talk you into something. You know what I'm
Or is
you know what,
determined to talk you into something, even if you're not listening.
right. And you know, just with your heart of hearts, nope, that's not me. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, I don't want to go there. Nope, nope, nope.
Mm-hmm.
But you do it anyway, that's where you're gonna mess up. But when you're strong enough to push past that, you know that you operate in your gifts and you keep on moving in that thing that you truly been designed to do. All of us been designed to do something or some things.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the gifts and the talents. You know, even when you look back into the word, it talks about these talents and how God gave man these talents, and one 3, 2, and 1 5. And the one with the 5 doubled it to 10. The one with the 2 doubled it to 4. The one with 1 buried his because he was afraid. You know, guys, when you're doubling in size, when you're moving along and you know that you are operating, when you're seeing it grow, and it necessarily may not be in money right away, but you're building in followers, you're building in clientele, you're building in, just other things, whatever they could be building it up in, Dr. Lisa. What else? You know?
Yes, absolutely. And it is possible to be very talented at something outside of your gift.
Yes.
So just because you can do it, don't mean that's the thing you should be doing.
That don't mean that you should, boo. Right. That's good stuff. Good stuff. So we are sharing this today so we can actually give you guys some ideas on how important it is to find out what your gifts are. And then you will know what other gifts to look for to help build your team, to live with, to do life with. Again, we're going to talk about other subjects later on this week. But I'm telling you, it is the thing that will make you millions. Oh my God. I like what you said, Dr. Lisa. Being you and teaming up with your besties can make you millions. Being you can make you millions. How about, I love it.